What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Second Street. I hope you're all having a very good day today. Here it is, new comic book Wednesday, and today I am going to go over and review some of, well, probably all of the books that I pulled this week for a new comic book day. In case you didn't already catch my video yesterday where I went over my comic book pull list while I was at my local comic book shop, Bases, Cards, and Comics right here in Lancaster, California, you should probably make sure that you go and check it out. But if you did not get a chance to, that's okay if you didn't get a chance to, because what we're going to do today is going to review all of these books. So thank you all so much for being here. Make sure if you are here, make sure that you hit that like button. Make sure you share this video out with your friends and all that stuff. Tell them to, just tell them to come hang out and get a few things kind of adjusted in case you guys can't tell. I kind of moved things around a little bit here. Fresh, a little bit, I guess you could say. Fresh, is that? I don't know. So anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get right into it. And I do apologize a little bit about the delay there. I went a little bit beyond my intro because I forgot to take my supplements. This is just some stuff I usually take this stuff about every day. But also getting ready to go out for a bike ride here in just a few minutes. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get right on with it. Starting off, we'll start off here with Aftershock Comics. You guys know I'm an Aftershock Comics ambassador. I actually get to read a lot of these before they actually ever even hit the shelves of your local comic book shop. So I should probably actually start recording some reviews and things for these before. I should probably start recording reviews for these things before I actually the week gets here. I could actually have reviews up before a lot of other people. But anyway, this one right here, Scout's Honor. This is issue number 5. This is the end of this series, being written by David P. Pose. It's got art by Luca Casalanguida. Matt Milla is the colorist. Carlos M. Manguel is the letterer. You can kind of show you those names right there. You can see all the people who created this book. Oh, maybe I should tilt it that way. Is that a little bit better? Yeah. Keep the light off of it so you can see it. Thank you so much for being here, Reefer Man Reviews. Scout's Honor. This book is kind of about, it's post-apocalyptic. So, there's been fallout on the earth and things. And what we got is like this underground group. These men have been living underground. There's no women allowed. So I don't even know how they have kids that are X amount of old. I thought in the first one, they said they had different, they've been down there for generations, but then they have kids that are I don't know how. Anyway, I'll have to go back and reread that first issue. But what it ended up happening was they had a girl who was posing as a boy. We've seen that movie 100 times, right? We've seen it 100 times. Just one of the guys, and so she's going through there, and what they were doing is they were living their lifestyle. All these men were living by this Ranger Scouts manual, kind of like the Boy Scouts, kind of like that. But it turns out a lot of these guys were actually violent criminals. The reason the Ranger Scouts came about was because this doctor was actually trying to reform the violent behaviors of these criminals. And so it all kind of went into that. Well, what happened along the way through all of this after the fallout and everything, in this post-apocalyptic world, is that the men kind of broke loose. They got a hold of this scout manual and they kind of started living their life by it. And I don't know. It's been a pretty good read. Here in issue number 5, obviously it all comes to a climax. It all comes to a head here in issue number 5. And I gotta say, overall, I really thought this last issue did a little bit more for me than maybe the past couple of issues. It's been a pretty cool journey following our main character through this journey as they are going through this just kind of through these trials to get these Ranger Scout badges and everything. I've really enjoyed this series overall. The art in this series, I mean, it's very what you expect out of Aftershock Comics. They're not pulling any punches. They're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We got RC from the NYC with a $5 super chat. Says, good morning, Second Street. I hope all is good. Thank you so much for being here, RC. Again, my name is Trinity, in case you don't know. But hey, I appreciate it anyway. I appreciate that. And you know, a lot of I'm used to being called that at this point too, you know, because that's the name of the channel and stuff. So yeah. Anyway, all good. But thank you so much for the $5. Everything is good with me. I hope all is good with you. Went out this weekend, you know, with the family, and had a great weekend. Got new comic book day here, and man, it was a good day. It's been a good day. Been a great week, great weekend. Hey, great life, right? Great life. But Scouts Honor one, I would definitely recommend if it sounds like something you're into. Um, there's there was a couple of other little things. I mean, there's some of, you know, like very little, you know, like, because the one thing you think out of this book, the same thing that I thought, and I know a whole lot of people, other people probably think when they see a book like this, like, oh, you got the girl joining the Boy Scouts, right? Oh, you know, trope trade, you think all those different things, and they put a little bit of that in there, but it's really not the driving force of the series overall. Getting, you know, any of that kind of stuff. I've really enjoyed this book. David Pipo is doing a great job doing the writing here on Scouts Honor, and I know some of the shops. I'm not for sure what all the thresholds were, but they were giving away. They had like the little badges that they would give away as well. Because what they have is like, see, almost like here in the middle, there's like this little badge. They had these little badges that they were giving away as well. That were kind of going along with this thing that after is the kind of little promo thing Aftershock was doing. I don't know. I haven't seen any of them or anything, but I thought that was pretty cool. I know some of the shops that I go into said that they actually had some of the badges and went through them and everything. I was like, oh, really? I'm like, dang, I ain't even get to see any. But let me know down in the comments below if you have Red Scouts Honor, if it sounds like something you might be into. Then we'll move on to the next one here on Aftershock Comics. This is Maniac of New York, issue number 4 returns this week. This is the penultimate issue. We got the final issue coming out next month, and I got to tell you, this series right here, written by Elliot Callan, Andrea Muddy is the artist and colorist. Taylor Esposito is the letterer. The main cover here is done by Andrea Muddy as well. I'll show you those names right there where you can get a look at those without some glare on there. And I gotta say, this series right here is really a lot like, imagine like Jason, you know, yeah, from Friday the 13th, ends up in New York on a subway. This subway had just opened up after as they were it was kind of like the anniversary, if you will, of this slasher who came to New York, and when I believe, no, I don't think it was the anniversary. I think it was just something kind of ongoing. But he actually went to Times Square in issue number 1, and just started hacking through people and murdered a bunch of people there in Times Square. Well, there've been, you know, some repeat murders and stuff like that. Well, the mayor of New York City actually ended up having a task force to find this slasher, this maniac, and so we've been following these couple of detectives as they've been tracking him down to try to put him to a stop. Well, it turns out the mayor had just the city had just put in a new like monorail, and it was like nonstop. It was just it ran 24 hours a day. So if you're commuting, it was always there for you if you needed it. Well, and it was unmanned. It was unmanned. It was all computerized, so it didn't need to have manpower on there. They didn't have to pay an actual person there. It was obviously probably somebody monitoring it, but so he ended up getting on this bullet train, on this train that takes you around the city, and started hacking people. And so, and just dude, it's been crazy. It's been a great bloody ride. And that's kind of what this story has really all been about. And here in issue number 4, we see the detectives actually get to one of the stops when the train stops, because it's just been speeding through town, and the slasher's just been going crazy. I think he did something to the computers too, if I remember right, and like, so it just kept going and it wasn't stopping, but they got it to stop somehow. And hey, computers, right? But altogether, I thought Maniac of New York has been a very, very good series. Overall, the art in it is, I mean, it matches kind of what's going on here, and definitely kind of what I expect out of like Aftershock comics. I mean, like I said, they have an expectation, you know, when your expectations when you pick up an Aftershock comic book, and I'd say this really does match it. Now, I do know that the artist here, Andrea Muddy, is getting ready to do a new series with Cullen Bunn as well. Is it Cullen Bunn? I think I seen that was just solicited here just last month. So that should be pretty good. But let me know down in the comments below if you've read Maniac of New York on Aftershock Comics and what you thought about it. again, I've thought it's been a pretty good series. Only one issue left. Only one issue left, and then it's all over. Let's see. We've also got James Phelps here. Thank you so much for being here. Says good morning on this new comic book day. Yes. Nikki says, oh, you yeah. Played your dodgeball? Oh, okay. I said, oh, that's okay. That's okay, Nikki. We don't need to feel restricted by the strictures of the employee-employer relationship, unless you're into that sort of thing. In which case, I got some shackles in the back. But really, I've got them. Anyway, moving on. The next one we've got here. Thank you so much for being here, Nikki. We've got on the Absolute Comics Group, First Defense, issue number 3. Excuse me. This book is actually, I thought the book was pretty decent. The story is by Chris Crosby and Mike Rosenweig. I probably messed that up. I'll show you the names in a minute. The art is by Tina Francisco. Colors by James G. Brown. He did some of the other color work on some of the other books, right? On Absolute Comics Group as well, right? And lettered by Ed Dukeshire. And you can see those names, these, I'll show you those names right there. So you can get a look at those. The people involved here. Oh, there we go. A little bit better. Okay, now this book right here is, again, in the Absolute Comics Group shared universe of titles. This one right here is about the president and how the president, if they have kids, end up getting superpowers and become defenders of the world. And so it's kind of like that. And here what we see is there's this alien named Nam who has basically through time taken all of the first children, if you will, and helped recruit them into this program to help safeguard the Earth from intergalactic threats and just different things like that. They're superheroes. Well, we've seen in issue number throughout issue number 1 and 2 is kind of building up. There was an attack on Earth, and we've seen that through in issue number 2 we really got introduced and expanded into more of the ex-presidents, if you will. It almost sounds like Point Break, but a little bit different, right? Some of the ex-president's children had been in cryostasis, and now they have been thawed out, and now they are going to help the new first daughter here put a stop to these aliens. And we can see here that they actually go out to be they're kind of getting acquainted with the world because it's new from what they grew up in, and they're kind of going out and kind of getting used to this technology before they get given some bigger tasks. But here they actually come across one of the other characters that we've seen in some of the other books, a character known as Pulse, who works for the group. Is actually in this book as well, crossing over. Now, Pulse, the first issue I ever remember seeing a Pulse in was in White Widow. I want to say that was issue number 1. It might have been issue number 2, where she came across Pulse, was just kind of funded by this Merc group, if you will, called the Group. And they're kind of like, not necessarily bad guys, but they're not good guys. I mean, they're mercenaries. I mean, for the right amount of money. So they end up coming across her here in this issue. So it's not really a huge crossover, just more like the character coming in here, kind of expanding and I don't know, I guess getting some more connective tissue, if you will, between all of these shared titles. I thought this issue number 3 was pretty good. The art in this series, like I said, I just showed you some of the art. I'll show you a little bit more here. Is kind of what you can expect out of here. Very, very good stuff here. Again, I like the art. I like the coloring. It's not, again, they're not trying to reinvent the wheel or anything. Just putting out some pretty good, entertaining stories with some decent art. And I'll even show you. This cover again as well. I really do like this cover. Now it is obviously, I see you can see it's got it's Christmas themed and everything. You know, everything that happened last year. This was supposed to come out several months earlier, but hey. It doesn't matter. I like the Absolute Comics group. It's not their fault that all of these things happened throughout this last year, and their book was got delayed hitting the shelves or anything. But I thought it was pretty good. Can't wait to read issue number 4. Now, guys, don't forget I did interview Georgia McHale, who is one of the creators, one of the writers of a new series they're doing on the Absolute Comics group called Resilient. This series, I think there's 2 days left on the campaign. Go back and check it out. Last Monday, I interviewed him, and go check it out if you have the money and you want to pick up and back some of these special variant covers that they have only through the Kickstarter. You should definitely go and do that. If not, you can still put these books on pre-order and pick them up at your local comic book shop as well. And again, I like the Absolute Comics group and what they're doing over there. They've been good to me, especially over this last year when I really needed some good new content, some good new comic books to read, and some good new superheroes to read as well. And, you know, Marvel and DC for me have just, and here's the thing, look, I wouldn't say Marvel and DC have been failing, they just haven't been appealing to me. There's some people out there that are liking, you know, a lot of the books that are going on, and that's cool. They just haven't been appealing to me. They still certainly appeal to a lot of people, but I think they could do more. I really do think they could do more. And we see that there are other writers, other creators, other publishers out there willing to take the risks in making new characters and things like that, developing new titles for us to enjoy, rather than just all of the big two taking all the sharehold of all the superheroes. Now, of course, it is hard to reach those same audience, the same numbers that a Marvel and DC is going to, but you know what? Spider-Man started off small. They all started off small. You think Superman? You think his first issue was, you know, like, was the greatest? No, it's that way now because they put in the time, they put in the years. These characters have been around how long? Like 80 some years for some of them? Like, come on. You know, it takes time to gain the kind of readership and the loyalty that you're wanting out of these characters and out of these properties. You got to put in the work. You can't just put out a little 5-issue miniseries and think like, hey, this new superhero should take off. Oh, but it didn't. You got to keep going. I'm talking to you, Marvel. That's right. Remember that? Remember that series Arrow? Yeah, that was a good one. Only went like, what, 12 issues? Come on. They're out there doing it. They're out there doing it, guys. But again, there's other writers, other publishers out there that are willing to do put in that work. It's not easy. It's not an easy job. Kind of reminds me of a tweet I seen yesterday from Young Ripper 59 that he ended up retweeting out. It was from a tweet from Dan Slott about changing a lot of the characters and things nowadays. And one of these guys, this guy went out there and put up the NPC argument, and it was just hilarious. And he shared this tweet. He puts manga like evil manga laugh or something like that, and I was like, ha, dude, it was hilarious. It's hilarious. But seriously, you do. It takes time, and it takes talent. And it's not easy. I won't admit that it's. I won't say that it's easy. Oh yeah, Mr. Jokey Joke Maker. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Oh. Allow me the pleasure of introducing to you the team who will be winning the what, I can't remember what the name of the tournament was. The Globo Gym Purple Cobras. Allow me the pleasure of introducing to you Blazer. Of course, you know my fitness consigliere, Michelle. And now, in her home country of Romanovia, she's known as the deadliest woman with a volleyball. Meet Fran Stanoskevich. All right, we also got my man Obi-Wan, the homie, aka Beskar Batman, with the Myrtle Maniacs. Reefer Man Reviews here as well, hanging out. One of the Myrtle Maniacs also says, "Hello there, brother. Gotta get to the shop soon. AWA released some new ones I had my eye on. AWA Upshot has been doing some freaking great books. Obi-Wan, the homie. Let me tell you." Great stuff. I'm getting ready to get into one of them here in just a second. I have to call my local shop when they open to make sure I ask them to hold some stuff. We at work. AWA is fire. Yes, they are, man. I'm telling you, I I've liked everything that's been coming out of AWA and the work that they've been putting in over there. And they've got great creators on the titles they've been doing. Obi-Juan says, want to pick up Garth Ennis' new book as well as I had my eye on Moths. Yes, Moths. Moths should be coming out very soon. That one's going to be good. I cannot wait to read that. I think that comes out, what, next month? I think it comes out next month. Dying for the Moss book. Yeah, coming soon. Yeah, absolutely. And then, yeah, the Garth Ennis book, the Marjorie Finnegan temporal, I can't remember. I want to say Temporal Night. But yeah, that released last week. That was a pretty good book too. I thought it was pretty funny. It was entertaining. But yeah, Moths is going to be a good one. Comic Burrito, how are you doing? Says, and guys, make sure you go check out Comic Burrito. Go check out their channel. They should be doing a live stream here a little bit later on today, and doing just some other live streams. I think they typically do a Saturday evening live stream as well. Definitely make sure you go check them out. Sideways was pretty decent from DC2, but they just cut it. Sideways, huh? I've never read that one. Never heard it. Never read it. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame, man. Some of the and that's what I say. You know, some good titles get cut a lot. Obi-Wan the homie says, nice, and I'm right there with you. The art looks amazing. Yes. Garth Ennis, Marjorie Finnegan, Temporal Criminal. There we go. Temporal Criminal is bonkers good fun. Yeah, it was. I'm on board for Marvel Fantastic Four, Conan stuff, and Thor stuff, as well as their Star Wars books. This about all though. Yeah, the Star Wars books, man, they got a lot of them, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy, especially if you think about the IDW stuff they do. The Conan stuff has Conan hooked up with Bobby Drake yet? Have they? Oh, I guess they don't. Have they? Moth's first week of June. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, I know it's coming up pretty soon. 6/2. Okay, yeah, Moths. Yes, can't wait for that. But moving on, the Resistance Uprising, issue number 2 of 6 here on AWA Upshot. This book is being written by J. Michael Straczynski. It's got art by C.P. Smith. It's got colors by Snakebite Cortez, and it's lettered by Sal Cipriano. The cover artist is Raza. I'll show you those names right there, and I got those names memorized because obviously we all know J. Michael Straczynski, very good writer. I haven't read probably enough of his work, but J. Michael Straczynski writing this, and starting off, kicking off actually last year, the shared universe at AWA Upshot with the Resistance, and I am telling you, absolutely great series. Now, the artists that are on this book, C.P. Smith and Snakebite Cortez, are the same team who brought us Archangel 8, written by Michael Morisi, also on AWA Upshot. It was one of the first titles that they put out last year amidst the pandemic in the shared universe of stories on AWA Upshot. And I'm telling you, I like their art style. They work good together. It brings, like this, getting in here almost made me forget about the art that was in the first series. I believe the first series, the art was done by Mike Deodato Jr., and who does a lot of work for AWA Upshot, been doing a lot of the covers, been doing some interiors on some of the books. But this book, especially the last issue of the Resistance, really reminded me of like it seemed like it really tied a lot of this universe together. And the fact that they got the artists from Archangel 8 kind of gave me that Archangel 8 kind of feel, brought me back to that feeling of grittiness and things in this post-apocalyptic world, which I think fits really great here. The artist's doing a good job here with making it feel like it's this post-apocalyptic world. And it made me feel like that, but also in the last issue, the first issue of this second story arc of the Resistance, it really made me feel like they were tying a lot more of these books together. I felt like they were actually, aside from the Resistance, I felt like they actually made some references to, American Ronin. I feel like they made some references to Archangel 8. I also feel like they made some references to, obviously to mods and to like Erratic. I feel like that first issue of the Resistance Uprising. Like I said, volume 2 here of the Resistance really started to take. I feel like it took those other stories and kind of brought them in a little bit closer. Is kind of what I felt in issue number 1. Here in issue number 2, it's once again kind of opening it back up and expanding this world out again, laying before us some more of the drama and introducing us to some new characters here, and exactly some of the power struggles, the changing of powers and things here, and people resting with that power here in this second issue of the Resistance Uprising. I'm telling you, if you're not reading the books on AWA Upshot, this publisher right here, you need to go out there and pick them up. These guys have been putting out some freaking great books, and the Resistance is one of those books. And here's the thing is, I know what a lot of people say, oh, we don't let politics on comic books. And we all know that, like, if you're actually listening, we all know that it's not necessarily not politics that people don't want in their comic books. It's really in the way that it's done, right? When you're doing things like that, in the way that it's written and presented to you. And it's something I was talking about, like in my Captain America video where I was talking about, the series, the Falcon and Winter Soldier, talking about the woke stuff. There's actual stuff out there that is. It doesn't always necessarily, there's an actual definition for it. It actually means something. It's not just like stuff people say just because they're triggered man babies. There is a way, it's not how it's not what's done, it's how it's done. Beating somebody over the head with the politics, no matter what they are, that's what when you're beating them over the head, that's not what people want. You gotta put it in there and just weave it in there in some good storytelling to where it interweaves all of these things in there and just tells a good story. Even if that really is the focus of the story. Like I said, it's not that it's done, it's how it's done. I feel like I should have a graphic up there that flashes right here in between my hands, says how it's done. Maybe I should go through and edit this later. How it's done, right? How it's done is the biggest difference. And I think in the Resistance, they're doing a very good job with a lot of that. Especially considering what's going on here and the world that they kind of started here in the Resistance as well, with AWA Upshot all together as well. What Axel Alonso and Bill Jemas actually set out to do with this company, and I think they're doing a good job, because the Resistance really reminds me kind of like those X-Men, right? And how they're an allegory for the civil rights movement. We can go back and do we really need to get into that? Point being is here they actually really are drawing from like the real world and kind of these events and putting them in there. It's not, and here's the thing, it's like in this book I'm reading, it's like it's really kind of on the nose, right? But also they're doing something a little bit different with it. They're changing it up a little bit, and they're presenting it in a way that is digestible and is actually really good. They're not forcing anything in your face or down your throat. It's just done in a great way. And part of the reason why? Because they've got a great writer like J. Michael Straczynski writing this series, and he's doing a freaking great job. But let me know down in the comments below if you've read The Resistance or any of the titles on AWA Upshot, because I'm telling you, man, I doubt any of the people from AWA Upshot are sitting here watching my videos. But if you guys are watching, if you are listening, keep up the great fucking work, man. Great work. Loving it. Just like the people over at the Absolute Comics Group. Doing a good job. Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. So moving on, we got mods. Okay, yeah, coming up soon, real soon. Sideways was fun. I need the final issue, says Reefer Man. Yeah, all right. Obi-Wan says Conan. Yeah, Comic Burrito says Sal Cipriano, one of the best letterers in the game. Yeah, and Sal Cipriano, I think Sal was the one. When AWA first came out, he was the one doing all the letters in all their books. Like, he was like the first one doing all of them. And yeah, he works his butt off, and yeah, he's good. He's good. Definitely. Yeah, and as I say, I'm pretty sure I follow him on Twitter too. Seems like I don't know, seems like a silly dude, man. Yeah. Definitely a kind of personable kind of guy. Cracks me up. Reefer Man Review says Mike Deodato Jr. is one of my favorite artists, especially his work for AWA. Yeah, his work for AWA has been really good. Now, yeah, I was gonna say, the thing is, like, he's been doing a lot of the covers for them too, some of the variant covers, and some of them look like they look not the same but similar. Like if you go look at some of the redemption covers along with like Marjorie Finnegan, they look very similar. I think there was another series too that had that he did some covers for that looked very similar. They look like these kind of maybe, how would you say, maybe movie covers for these comics of these series, so you would know that they're all by the same publisher. Probably need to break those out and see if I can just line them all up and get a picture of them. Obi-Wan says I'm gonna have to get into the resistance as well. Super dope. Hey, you know what? Look, Obi-Wan, 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 Obi-Wan the homie. Send me your deets, right? Just send me your deets, bro, because I got this. Like, see this right here? I got this right here for you. I got this right here for you. You're one of the Myrtle Maniacs, so I'll happily send this out to you right here. This is the Resistance. This is the volume 1. It's the first 6 issues. Just send me your deets. Send me them details, man. We'll get that thing sent out to you. And yeah, it's a good series. It's a good, and I'm telling you, you got to check out like all the books that they've got on AWA Upshot are great. Obi-Wan, yes, Resistance is fire. Yeah, it is. And what's great about it too is like you can even see it in this series. You got like Ed Harris in here. You got Harvey Keitel. It's great stuff. Well, I'll show you some other time. You'll see once you see. You'll see. You'll see. The art of good storytelling makes you ask questions without beating you over the. Absolutely. Thank you, Obi-Wan. Thank you. But yeah, I was gonna say, and that's the thing is like, because they got J. Michael Straczynski writing this. Like I said, I haven't read a whole lot of his work, but just seeing the letters that he's wrote at the end of these books, and also just seeing, I mean, that's what it is in the comics and stuff. You got to show me, not tell me, and he shows it through his writing and through the stories. You see, he's doing a good work presenting all these things, and it's freaking fantabulous job. And that's what I like what they're doing at AWA Upshot. Yeah. Parker, thank you so much for being here. Cumber says, I need to grab some coffee. Yeah, man, I hear you. Yeah. No. Actually, Parker, that's the thing. That's the thing, Parker. That's the nice thing about I'll tell you. That's the nice thing about these AWA Upshot, these trade paperbacks that they got, is they put them out. They're only $9.99. They're only $10. You know, I know Image does that with some of their books as well. But when they come out, just put them out for $9.99 for the trades. And yeah, AWA Upshot, they're just $9.99. Whether it's the 4-issue miniseries, 5-issue, 6-issue miniseries like the Resistance is here. Again, there's like, you know, people are always out there saying, excuse me, the comic book industry is dead. No, you know what it is? It's spread out. It's spread out because you got all these other people who have worked for the big two, who are tired and are ready to put out their own works and start their own things. And that's what AWA Upshot is. Axel Alonso, Bill Jemas, dude, these guys worked with the big two for years. And they've worked with the other companies as well. And they've got the talent, these other people out there who are ready to put out their own works. People who have been doing some of their own works. People who have been legends in the industry. They're getting them together over there, AWA Upshot. They're getting new talents in as well, like John Lees that did Hotel. They're getting Michael Morisi, who did Archangel 8, another one of my favorite writers out there right now, putting together and doing these great books. Man, I'm telling you, good stuff. Garth Ennis, they just brought Garth Ennis on, man. Good stuff. But yeah, all $9.99. Yeah, absolutely, great stuff. Image normally does it on ongoings, but not minis. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say they sure don't do it for Ice Cream Man. Of course, that's a different story, right? They actually charge more for Ice Cream Man than the single issues do. But anyway, right here, guys, the next one I got here is on Behemoth Comics, Paranormal Hitman, issue number 4 of 4. This book being written by Brett Murphy, art, colors, and letters by Wilson Gandolfo. Right here, show you those names. This series right here has been pretty funny. It's kind of about these guys who are working for the mafia, and they have to go out and track down these paranormal spirits and kill them. And they get these guys because they're particularly good at carrying out hits and doing it with less work. Basically, going after headshots and not like having to wasting all kinds of bullets, because they have to use special kind of weapons and things here to kill these spirits and everything. And here in issue number 4, we kind of see the wrapping up of this story. Now, this story follows a lot of like kind of tropes and stuff out there, just kind of interweaving a bunch of funny things. The funny thing is they got like this like imagine like it's like Goodfellas meets Ghostbusters meets, I don't know, maybe the Avengers, because it's absolutely hilarious, because you got this this like female Nick Fury here. I'm telling you, like this is like no, like I'm not even kidding. Like this, like the character here, I can't remember her name right now off the top. Like this chick is literally Samuel L. Jackson cross-dressing. Like it's it's hilarious the way that she acts and everything. It's funny. It's like it cracks me up. Paranormal Hitman has been a pretty good series here in this last issue. We've seen there's kind of been some family drama and stuff going on. Imagine that with like warring factions of of Italian hitmen, you know what I mean, and mob bosses and stuff. Some pretty funny stuff going on in this series. Again, Behemoth Comics, they're coming out. They're not trying to reinvent the wheel. They're got pretty simple layouts, pretty just funny, entertaining storytelling. Like I said, they're not trying to reinvent the wheel. They're just having a good time making some good comics. And this is one of those ones that came to an end. Very funny, entertaining series all together. Again, Paranormal Hitman on Behemoth Comics. $3.99. I think 4 issues, I think, was about good for this series overall. I can't imagine what they would do if they had, maybe had an extra issue. The extra issue, I think, could maybe have given them a little bit more, because there's some parts where it seems like it kind of jumps from here to there, and I feel a little bit confused, but that's kind of where you've got to use your imagination some. But some of them seem like it was like jump. It seemed like it almost seemed like watching that Falcon and Winter Soldier series. Anyway, altogether, I thought it was a pretty good book. Moving on into IDW Comics, Kanto and the City of Giants, issue number 2 of 3. This book is damn good. Drew Zucker and David M. Booher. David M. Booher and Drew Zucker. The story here was by David M. Booher. Sebastian Perez was the art on art. Letters by And World Design. This story right here I thought it was good. This one, I think this particular issue is one of the better issues they've had in a while. Now, they've had a couple of series. They're actually getting a TV series for this as well. I've really enjoyed Kanto. Kanto and the City of Giants is 3-issue miniseries. So far, here, obviously, midway through, has been very good. And seeing Kanto go on these missions now, the thing here is like what they've been doing with this series is they've been telling just a really good tale, like a superhero's tale. Seeing Kanto, who was a slave, rise up and save his people from their enslavement, and then gone out afterward and helped other people along the way, as his people are still kind of plagued by what was happening in the original series. And he's going through trying to liberate all his people and helping other people along the way. And other people have been joining him. He's been showing true what it takes to great teamwork, great leadership, what it takes to be a hero, and not just a superhero, just a hero in general, doing the right things, having doubts in yourself and getting past those doubts, and realizing, seeing yourself get past those things and triumphing over defeat and all the other things that the world has set against you. People trying to put artificial roadblocks in your way and getting past them, getting past yourself, getting over yourself is what this book has been all about. And they've been doing such a great job in doing all that they've been doing with this series. Again, congratulations to to David M. Brewer and Drew Zucker, who created this series, and them getting some due and getting a series announced for this book, because I've really enjoyed Kanto overall. Just some really great stuff. Good for all ages. You got kids, you could have them read this book. A lot of some of the issues, I think like at least 2 issues in the first run of this book of Kanto, you could probably find it on trade paperback. Good luck finding the single issues at a decent price. Is it's just really good art, and through a couple of the issues they did a lot of storytelling through just the art without words and stuff. Very good stuff, and when you can do that, I think you've got something really special on your hands, and they definitely do that in this series. But let me know if you've read Kanto, any of the series at all, and what you think about it down in the comments below. We'll get back here into the live chat, see what everybody's saying. Yeah. Okay, AWA also does 10% off on Amazon, but I always prefer to get them from my shop. I've been buying the trades and rereads to send to friends. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, yeah, absolutely. That's why I picked up a lot of these on trades, because I've got the original books. I like having trades; they look good on shelf. But I've got the single issues, and I picked up the trades because I wanted all the trades for all these series as well. But I'm like, you know what? They're that cheap, I can give them away as well to people like one of my great supporters here in Obi-Wan the homie, and send it off to him for $10. Is Obi-Wan the homie worth $10 to me? You goddamn right he is. Is this book, putting this book in somebody's hands, worth $10 to me? You damn right it is. But yeah, that's what's great about them. They're affordable, very affordable. Did you see my picture of the camera I might be getting for free? Is it a good? No, I didn't. I'll have to check that out. I'll check it out and let you know, man. I'll get back with you. Yeah. John Lee's becoming one of my favorite horror writers. Oh yeah, John Lee's and his horror stuff is great. I need to read Sync. Come on, dude. Just please be nice. Don't take my nerd card, right? Don't take me out of the club. Don't take me out of the club, you son of a bitch. I love John Lee's, but I still haven't read Sync, and I need to because I've heard it was great. Dylan, when he used to talk to me. Is Dylan still around? I know you're still around, Dylan. I still watch your show. I lurk. Where you at, Dylan? Anyway, he would come on and talk about Sync, and I'm like, dude, I need to read that. I definitely need to buy and read Sync, man. I've heard so many great things about it. A Canon EOS Rebel K2. I'm not for sure. I have to check it out. But it sounds like it would be a decent one, Reefer Man. But yeah, John Lee's is great. Female Nick Fury, you mean Amanda Waller? Yeah. No, not quite. Like more like no, not like female Nick Fury, like actually literally Samuel L. Jackson. That's what I meant. Not, I don't think Amanda Waller is literally Samuel L. Jackson. Oh man, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, no, like literally, not Amanda, but like literally Samuel. I guess more Samuel L. Jackson than Nick Fury. I read the first Kanto. I didn't love it, but it was good. Yeah. Like I said, definitely good for kids. Love buying indies and passing them on to people. Yeah, absolutely. Sync is great. You will love it. Honestly, try Mountainhead too. Oh yeah, I got Mountainhead. I got the single issues and the trade of Mountainhead. That's one of the ones. Yeah, I love Mountainhead. Still need to read Sync too. It's similar to Ice Cream Man in a way. All right, yeah. And I love Ice Cream Man. Ice Cream Man is great. Which we'll probably get into that here in just a minute as well. Oh, Aglax, my man, says, what's up? Thanks for the shout out on Twitter. Yes. Aggressively relaxes Amanda Waller can get it. Oh, sorry. See what you do to me, Aglax? Oh, man, that's great. But yeah, absolutely, guys. I mean, if you're here on my channel, chances are you're probably subscribed to Aggressively Relaxing already anyway. But you got to go subscribe to his channel and watch his videos. Yesterday's video he did, the spam caller talking to Thrawn. Spam callers talking to Thrawn was freaking hilarious. He got this one guy. What is it? What, the insurance scam guys? Oh my god, dude. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. You got to go watch that video. I was freaking dying. Watching that video, listening in. But yeah, go check out his video. Moving on, also on Image Comics, this is a new #1. This is A Time Before Time, written by Declan Shelby and Roy McConville. They are the creators and writers. Joe Palmer is the artist. Chris O'Halloran is the colorist. Chris O'Halloran does a lot of colors for like Ice Cream Man, and he's done, yeah, anyway, he's a good colorist. And Hassan Atsmani El How is the letterer right here. I'll show you those names if you can see them right here. It might be kind of hard with the because like even in person it's kind of hard to see. But what this is about this this looks like we've got this guy, this organization who does time jumping. And what they do is they take people to different time periods. They can time travel. And what we see the main character here doing is traveling to different times, dropping off like criminals to live in a different time, so they can, like one guy, instead of spending life in prison, goes to a different time to live out his life without having to look over his shoulder and worry about people trying to kill him. We see another family that he took and moved. Well, what he wants to do is he wants to get out because doing all the time traveling affects your body, your organs, and stuff like that. He wants to get out, and he's kind of formulating a plan with his friend here that we see. They've got this plan that they've kind of been talking about, and they want to get done. Well, what happens is they're also working for this company, that they're basically slaves to this company because they owe them money for these different kinds of things. He's getting ready to get out, but something sets him back, and he ends up back in the hole. And then what we end up finding out is this is actually a love story. There's actually a love story intertwined in here as well with a couple of our characters. And I think there's a little bit more going on here, as we see that one of them got stuck in time and had done different stints in prison, different times, different things for traveling through time, because there was a certain period in time when they didn't like people jumping through time and doing some of the things that they were doing. Time pirates, if you will. And he got stuck there. And like I said, this being a love story, there's definitely a love story element in here, because we see that there are a couple of these characters who kind of, I don't know, just like, I was kind of getting it right off the bat anyway, but we see that one of them just kind of, like I said, got stuck in time and got caught up with the authorities. And it's some of the cool storytelling here, because right here we see them talking, forming their plan, going up and down this page right here, and it's at different times and different time periods and things like that. So you can see they kind of spent a little bit of time going through and coming up with this different plan. Very, very cool stuff going on in this book. I thought this issue #1 was very good. Can't wait to see what's going on in the rest of this series. I may end up picking up the rest of this series on trade paperback because you guys know I'm kind of cutting back on my pull list. A lot of stuff's going to make the cuts. A lot of Image books ain't going to make the cut because trying to get it down to 5 books a week, it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot. A lot of books are getting cut, but that's so I can get some of the omnibuses and stuff like that, some of these other different books. And it won't be forever. It won't be forever, but so I can get some of the different omnibuses and things like that and go through those and do some of those things for here for the channel, because like I got this the Moon Knight one I want to go through here, learn some of the roots of Moon Knight, so we can do some videos and talk about that, and we can talk about that as the show is getting ready to come out here very soon. Can't wait to see Oscar Isaac in that. But let me know down in the comments below if you've read The Time Before Time and what you thought about it, or if it's one that you plan on reading. The next one I want to talk about is Gil March's Carmen, issue #3. I'm telling you, this book is freaking great. This book is so good. Gil March doing a great job writing this book. It's kind of about this girl who committed suicide and her going through this kind of, she's kind of stuck in purgatory, this midlife, going through and witnessing different things happening to give her perspective, as it seems like she's going to be reincarnated. See how I said that in a question? Reincarnated? Very cool stuff here. Now the thing here is like, Gil March here, the art in this book is so freaking great. The coloring is so great. The story is so great. Now the thing here is like, it's really summed up here in this first page. Like check this out. Like, you see right here, you get the colors, you got the art, you got the nudity. But look, here's the thing is like, you got this nudity, but the thing is like the nudity in this book, it's not like sexual. I don't look at this, I'm not aroused. I'm not sitting here thinking like, ooh, boobies, oh, blah, blah, blah. It's all kind of done for a reason. in this book. You can see, I mean, obviously the girl was naked when she died, but it also has to do with some of what she's going through on this journey in this kind of afterlife. Being bare, being, you know, bearing yourself to the world, being vulnerable. A lot of things going on in here as this person is being shown kind of like the it's almost like the Scrooge story, and they make reference of that in here as well. Very, very cool stuff in here. Going through this story, seeing kind of like how this character is feeling. This character's our main character, their feelings about how they were feeling in the world before she committed suicide, and then getting that perspective and the perspective of this person who's Carmen, giving this perspective as well, and seeing we get a little bit more about Carmen here. We meet one of her co-workers, if you will, and what she's doing in the afterlife as well. They're kind of these guides in the afterlife, guiding these spirits into the afterlife. And I'm telling you, it's been a very good series. And like I said here, you get some of the nudity in here and stuff, and like it's not like arousing, it's not for that, but you're getting it all in here. But the thing is, like, you could even see in that panel I showed you the motion. The girl was falling through the air, and you could see the way her body was contorted, the way, you get what I'm saying, right? Freaking great stuff in this book. I cannot overstate how freaking great this book is. It's so damn good. And the genius is in the fact that it's like almost not genius at the same time. It's just so damn good. I don't know what it is about this book. I think we're halfway through the series. I believe this was a 6-issue mini-series. This is one definitely not coming off my pull list. The story in here, it's got a heartbreaking story that we learn about here as we get introduced to somebody else kind of going into the afterlife right here. And you can see some of that right here in the story. Great stuff, man. Great stuff. I cannot overstate how great Gilliam March is writing Carmen here, man. Great book. The coloring, the art, the story. This is one of those books all around, just great stuff. Just how would you say kind of a snapshot of life, in an imitation of life, maybe. I don't know. But great stuff. Let me know down in the comments below if you have read Carmen and if it sounds or looks like something that you might be into. Again, I've thought it's been very, very good. So let's see. Kanto is on Hoopla for people who use the local library to read digital comics. And it should be. That book damn well should be, because it's a good book. Subscribe to Second Street Marvel. Good idea? Heck yeah, it is. Love this community. Thank you so much, Obi-Wan. That means a lot. Where is that Thrawn video? Okay, you got to go check out Aggressively Relaxing. Type it in search. Aggressively Relaxing. You can see his name there in the chats. Go check it out. Great stuff. Love this dude. Love the videos he does. One of the first videos I ever seen this dude on camera, man, had me dying. I assume we were subbed, but guess we were. Oh, man, you weren't subbed. Comic Burrito. Ooh, total party foul, bro. Yeah. Get the app Libby and put it on your library card and have access to your library's digital collection and audiobooks. Absolutely. I need to do that. I need to do that, too. I put the picture on camera on Discord, but yeah, I'm excited to use it because my Randonautica videos. Yeah. About to go. Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, Aggie is fun. Die laughing every time. Absolutely. Stormy821, thank you so much for being here, my man. We need to get together soon. Definitely gonna check this out. Yeah. Thumbs up the stream. Yes, Chillmonger, thank you so much for being here. And guys, go check out Chillmonger too. My man in the chats. Thank you so much for being here, Chillmonger. No worries, bro. Checking it out. Awesome. Sex and Moonlight is still a year out. No, it doesn't. It's good for me because I got that big old omnibus that I've got to go through. Plus, we've got other catching up on Moon Knight that we've got to go through. No, it's a good thing, Stormy. It's a good thing. Gives me time to get some good content out there. So maybe I can become the next Rob from Comics Explained. Nah, probably not, but you know. That dude's just damn good at what he does, man. You got to give it. I don't care who you are. If you hate Rob from Comics Explained, you're a hater. Like literally, like you're literally a hater, bro. No beginning time before time. Image's been killing it. Yeah, Image been putting out some pretty good books. Yeah, good to know. Yeah, dropped Carmen from the pool, but the other two dudes on Burrito both love it. Yeah, I'm telling you, I really do love it. Which brings me into I'm gonna talk about this last one really quick because I gotta go get the kids some breakfast. The Ice Cream Man issue number 24 hits the shelves. This is the end of another story arc. Ice Cream Man, issue number 24. Absolutely great. I love Ice Cream Man. I love this book. I love the team. Written by W. Maxwell Prince. It's got art by Martin Morazzo. It's got colors by Chris O'Halloran. Good old Neon does the lettering. And look, you can always tell you can tell Martin Morazzo art every time that you see it. Look at those faces. You see a face that looks like that, you know. You see those eyes, you know. Like everything about these faces, his art style is definitely his own. I don't see anybody else do art like it. Issue number 24 here is freaking great. Doing this whole telethon thing, this whole remember the telethon that the Jerry God man, why can't I remember the name, the Jerry Lewis telethon that they would do for kids and stuff? Doing that with while reflecting on this guy's life in here as he's going and seeing the dentist and stuff. Great book, man. I'm telling you, I really did like this one. But I gotta know from you guys, if you've been reading Ice Cream Man, I gotta know if you read this book. Did you turn the page? Did you turn those last pages or two or whatever? Did you turn them? I didn't turn them. I didn't turn the pages. I didn't turn the pages. He left me the option. He left me the option, and I didn't want it to weigh heavy on me, so I didn't turn the page. Let me know how it ended up. Did he kill the dog? Did he kill the man? What happened? Let me know down in the comments below. Funny thing is, when I was a kid back home, we actually got to do an intro back into the Jerry Lewis telethon. Was it? And when I was a kid, me and my sister did it, and we got to we were there on camera. I remember they came out to the house and everything, and we were standing there as nervous, and we were like looking at the camera like, "Welcome back to Southwest Kansas." Yeah, I did that when I was a kid. But yeah, I'm telling you, Ice Cream Man, freaking great book. Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below if you've read Ice Cream Man, what you think of the book, and all those kinds of things. I'm telling you, the creative team here is just so good. They're at the end of another story arc. They put these books out on trade paperbacks. They are in 4-issue story arcs. I've got some of them right over here as well. For the issues that I didn't have. I think I got on at issue number 13 right after a series had just ended. So I went ahead and I got the trades of those first few. And man, if you get the trades of Ice Cream Man, they're binge reads, man. You sit down and read them, you can't put them down. I sat down and planned to read just one issue. I couldn't stop. I got through the whole thing. I'm like, damn it, these books are a ripoff at $16.99 because I can't put it down. And I sat there and I read it. It's a half-hour read. I get done and I'm like, dang it. Inject more. Inject more, W. Maxwell Prince. Oh, man. Okay. But yeah, that's all I've got for my comic books, guys. Let me know what's on your guys' comic book pull list this week. What are you guys going to be reading and reviewing this week? Let me know down in the comments below. And let's see here. What was it? Could you know? Yeah. Sucks that it's still a year out. Yeah. Jeff Lemire's Moon Knight is amazing. I'll have to read it. I'll have to check it out. Reefer Man says, Trinity, I love you, man, but you will never have Rob's sexy voice. Yeah, well, I mean, you do know, like, he goes and he tweaks a lot of that stuff anyway in post production. But yeah, no, I'm not trying to be. If anything, I'll do it in a different kind of voice, something like this, maybe. Yeah, Rob is bulletproof. Yeah. Rob is next level. Yeah, absolutely. Ice Cream Man is awesome. I am so glad I picked it up on a random impulse based on the cover art of the variant cover that I have. The one where there's a face inside a face inside a face. Yeah. Okay. Face inside. Nice. Martine is great too. We gave Ice Cream Man 20 be a golden burrito. Yeah. Nice. He made a video of our celebration. Nice. Hell yeah. I did one of the best issues of Ice Cream Man. Yeah, it is. It was a great one. It was a really good one. I liked it. Ice Cream Man and Hotel are the only monthly books my wife has read. She'll only read and trade. Nice. Yeah, absolutely. I hear you. And that sometimes, like, trades, I like trades for that reason, because you can just get in there and just read them and digest them all at once. Absolutely great stuff. But guys, that's all I've got for today's live stream. Thank you all so much for being here today. If you're not already, please make sure you subscribe, click the little bell and all of that good stuff. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Give it a thumbs down if you don't. It's okay. You're not going to hurt my feelings. You're really not. But give it your best shot. And while you're at it, make sure you share it with a friend and invite them to come hang out with us here on the 2nd Street Marvel. You all have a good day, and we'll see you in the next video. Later. Oh, you know what? we should also give a big shout out to all the Myrtle Maniacs, man. Y'all are freaking awesome. We're gonna get together and do a members only live stream here very soon as well. You all have a good one. We'll see you next time. Later.